Alright, y'all, let's go. Today we're taking a look at the Miami Dolphins quarterback situation. Tua has been benched by Mike McDaniel, and it's a funny situation to me. It's not funny, but it does make me laugh because I'm not quite sure what these guys are thinking. Not that Tua has been playing some super great brand of inspiring football at the quarterback position. That's not what I'm saying because I don't think that's been happening. I think that what Tua has been doing on the field is exactly what Tua has displayed over the years. I don't see a major change in his play. Maybe the Dolphins have run tired of this type of play. But this move to me seems like it's a save my job move for Mike McDaniel. Let's just find out. Let's see what's going on. I want to see who gives our team the best chance to win. Let's hear what he had to say about this quarterback change right here.
It's complicated but simple. The simple piece is I think Quinn gives this team the best chance to win. Our focus is obviously to win the next 3 games, but in particular, like I tell the players, we are focused on beating the Bengals, so that was the motivation. Zach will be backing him up, and Tua will be the emergency third.
And what was the thing?
All right. He goes on to say that with Tua being the third, it makes the most sense, blah, 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 blah. My thing is, when these coaches get in situations like this, I don't know if it's being pushed down from the top, telling them, hey, man, I need you to go out here and say this, save face. I think you would gain a greater amount of respect if this is how you feel, to say how you feel, to tell the truth, to talk it exactly how it is, because this is weird situation to me, is how it's playing out. Even more when you watch the film. When you watch the film, it tells the same story I'm trying to tell y'all. This is the same Miami Dolphins team we've seen for years. Is Mike McDaniel a genius? Is he an offensive mastermind? They told us he was. We haven't seen nothing crazy from the Dolphins. But one year we saw Tyreek almost go for 2,000. But how many wins did the Dolphins have? You got to win games in this league. If you're going to be an offensive mastermind head coach, you have to also be able to mastermind how to manage your team as well. It's a 3-sided game. Every phase of football is important. We're only focused on Tua today. Let's get to the film. We're going to see exactly what Tua had to work with, and we're going to see if he truly had a chance for success in this game versus the Steelers. What's going on? Here we go. All right, y'all, look, as always, we're watching the plays where Tua has a chance to affect the game, when he's throwing the ball down the field. Okay, we're going to see if this offense was schemed up by a mastermind, if Tua's letting them down. We're going to tell it both ways. We're going to tell the truth. We're going to talk it exactly how it's supposed to be. It's an empty set to get started. It's 3rd and 7. What are we getting? Tua's dropping back. Do y'all see anywhere this ball can go? Is anybody open? What y'all think? Tua's scrambling for his life. I don't see anywhere this ball can go right now. Everyone is pretty much locked up. The Steelers this game played a strong zone coverage, eliminating the chances for quick passes. One thing you're getting with Tua that's been the case for years is, I feel like when you watch him play, it's like when you're tossing an egg in the air and you're hoping it does not crack. You can take that for however you want to interpret it. I think every time Tua gets hit, you're over there holding your breath. Oh, no. I think the Dolphins are thinking about that. But they knew this before they paid the man. The issues aren't new. The issues have been there. That's my problem with these teams. When they get in these dire situations, now they want to start acting like, oh, this person can't win it for us. Y'all knew that from the beginning. If that's how y'all felt, the film told y'all that. This is Tua right here, y'all. This is the Tua we have seen at Alabama and in his time in the league. He's an accurate mid-range passer. Does he always make the right decision? That's what he's known for, making the right decision. But I think in recent years, he's been pressing and been trying to be more and more perfect after the head injuries and the issues with concussions and everything else. But when he has time, when he's sitting in the pocket, I'm telling you, he's an accurate passer. But you got to help him out too. This guy needs help, and he's had help. He's had top-end receiver play in Miami. It's just been little guys, all little guys around the board. But this is what we've been seeing from Tua as well over the last few years. Decision making like this, where he is forcing the ball and trying to make a play when there's not truly anything there. I don't think the play calling is helping him out either, though. 2-man route. The Steelers are staying in this zone coverage. Where are you going to go? You can go right here. He's hit his back step. The routes are still developing. I want y'all to take notice of this left side. Is where the ball is going to go, right? You have a corner sinking. It's playing out like some form of 2 on this side. Looks like 4 on this side. What does that tell you? Usually it's cover 6, okay? When Tua goes to throw this ball, if he's going to complete this, you're going to have to throw it out here to the sideline and have your receiver run. You're going to have to beat this corner that's sinking. It's not there. You throw a little wobbler duck with no type of English on it, with no type of gas behind the throw. It's picked off. They come back later and they say, Quinn Ewers gives us the best chance to win. What they mean by saying that is these type of plays, it can't happen. My issue is Tua's been doing this all year. Tua was doing this last year. But now y'all have hit the wall. Now that everything looks dark, right? Let's keep looking at this offense. I think teams get themselves in trouble because they act too late. You're trying to keep Tua off the field to make a move with him this offseason. I get it. But you wasted a year. Mike McDaniel, if you believe this was your guy, you should ride out with your guy. Is that decision even up to you? I think when these coaches get in position and they start talking and saying this and that, it's a little bit too late if you're trying to save some. Once again, where can this ball go? It's blanket out here. It's a blanket. Put him to sleep. Not him. Put the team to sleep. Because every route is locked down. What y'all want this man to do? Like I said, holding your breath every time that noggin gets pulled, it gets hit. I think it's going to be the trend for Tua throughout the rest of his career. I'm curious to see how this situation is going to play out because I think his days are done in Miami. I think Tua has some value, but I think his days are done in Miami. I expect Miami to clean house after this season. Like I told y'all, you're getting an accurate passer. It's just, can you control him? Can you trust him to be available and to put something together for him to have success? Once again, 2x2 set. Check. 3x1 set, 11 personnel. Tight end, receiver. There's the back, right? What are we getting from Tua? He's trying to operate. I think these are the plays where McDaniel said they're not giving the team the best chance to win. Does he want him to hit this guy right here? I think you can hit him, but it's short. It's third down. I think you can hit him, but he's a little short. Now you're going to see if this DB can break up and make a play. But what Tua does, he creates. He keeps moving, extending the play. He finds his guy coming across the field. It's a first down. It's a big play. These aren't the calls that are having success for the Dolphins. It's actually Tua creating and making plays. He threw the pick earlier, but I want y'all to see the plays he makes compared to the calls that are made and see what is actually schemed up. It's easy to pass the blame. It's easy to look at guys and say, man, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But the problems are bigger than how they try to make them seem. Where can Tua go with this ball right here, y'all? Where can this ball go? Here? No. Here? No. Maybe here. But the thing about this is, similar to the situation when he threw the pick early this year against the Bills on this in-breaking route, this linebacker's pushing out. He's got hands on, but he's going to get to this next zone. Exactly. There's nowhere for the ball to go. It's second down. You dump it off. Is Tua not providing the team with the best chance to win, or is the staff not providing the team with the most opportunistic chances for success? It doesn't look like there's much opportunity out here for the ball to be thrown, for completions to happen. I think, Tua, you can bang this one, though. You got this one. But like I always talk about being in rhythm and playing on schedule and playing off schedule. When you're in rhythm, when you're flowing, when things are going, it's because you're practicing that. It's because you're having success doing that. When you're not having success being in rhythm, when you're not consistently being in rhythm, it's hard to get back there when the time calls. It doesn't just happen. This is a great run from Ramsey right here on this blitz. Easy. Wide open. Lane opens up right here. He's running through the highway, causing a major accident on the interstate. That's a great play from 5. Y'all are making it easy. 30. Wake up, 30. In goal. Wake up. I see what you're doing, though. I see what you're doing. But dang. It's not your man. Like, oh my. It's tough, man. It's like there's blood in the water. Tua, you can't do this. Kurt Warner tried to tell us that Tua wasn't at fault for that pick earlier in the season. I still can't believe Kurt Warner says that. I think about that sometimes. What are we doing, Tua? You cannot make this pass right here. Y'all tell me, do you trust Tua? Would you trust Tua? Do you think that Tua has the opportunity to go out here and lead another NFL franchise and be the guy? I think it's going to be tough to just give this guy a straight starting job next year anywhere around the league. I think when you bring Tua in next year, wherever he lands, he has to battle for the job. You got to put him up and have some competition and bring something else out of him for him to thrive, for him to feel like he must go out there and prove it. Right here is not your fault, though, Tua. Where are you going to throw this ball? These situations in the NFL aren't fair. You play yourself into these situations, but they're not always fair as well. I think when the Tua had the chances to operate and to win and have success, they couldn't get it done. Now years go by, you find yourself in a situation like this, and everyone's looking at you like you're done. Everyone's blaming you when before they would never blame you. Why would they blame you? You would never be the one to blame. But it's different how it goes. We got the in-breaking route. This is Tua's game right here. Timing routes. Receivers. Running routes. He's hitting them out of their break. That is when Tua thrives. He's playing off schedule a lot lately, and I don't think that's his game. I don't think he has the arm for that type of game. Average arm strength. Great decision-making, great accuracy. That is how he made his money in college. That is why his name got so big. That's why he was a first-round pick. That is why he's had the success he's had in his football career. When you look at him, you don't see a super over-the-top athlete. You don't see a guy who just jumps out on the screen. You see a left-hander who spins the ball well. That's a great throw with touch. If touch is your game, if finesse is your game, you must be on time. You must be on schedule, in rhythm. Great ball to Waller right there. Here we go. Come on, Tua, make a play. What we going to do? When you get this version of Tua, you won. The defense has won when you're forcing this guy to panic, roll out, throw the ball up. Like, you won. This is not his game. What y'all going to do, man? What's Tua actually going to do? When you're telling the truth, you got to tell it from both sides. Do I think Tua is someone who can take your team to the promised land? I don't know. I don't think so. Unless everything is right with him. He's not someone that's going to elevate your team as the guy. The more I look around the league, those guys are just only a handful of them. I don't believe that Tua's in that category. I think Tua is a manager of the game, not a superstar with the ball in his hand. That's how I see another Alabama quarterback in this league as well. Like, these guys have played with superstar rosters. They need superstars around them to take them up. But if you have a team built for success, you can plug and play this guy right here and have him just deliver the ball. Like, this is a great throw. Great throw. Tough window to throw this ball in. I think you're a little late throwing this ball as well. You throw it after the break from Waller. This linebacker, if he had some type of sense about him, he could sink off and pick this. Tough play for a backer to make. Great ball from Tua. You put it right where your guy can catch. Like I said, you're an accurate passer. When you have the opportunity to sit back, set your feet, let it boink, fly. Is that always the case? No, that is not always the case with this guy, and that's when you make it tough. But I just didn't like what Mike McDaniel had to say about giving the team the best chance to win. I don't think Mike McDaniel's giving the team the best chance to win, honestly. Here we go once again. Look at the routes. Do y'all have anything with this 2-man routes? 1st and 10 inside your own 15. Tua dumps the ball to the back. The back goes out there and gets you 10. I think it's the back out the backfield. Receiver, who is that? Is 5 a receiver or a back? Either way, you hit the swing route at the backfield, you get 9 yards. 2nd and 1, Tua's back here trying to operate. 1st down. Is it open from the jump? Is anything open right now? It's not. These routes are locked. These routes are covered. You're waiting for Waller to come across the field right here, and you find him, you hit him after maneuvering in the pocket. Mid-range shooter. He wants to shoot the ball in the low post. He wants to shoot it close to the goal. Tua's not taking shots down the field. Do y'all remember last year when Tyreek Hill was playing and Tua was throwing those deep balls and Tyreek Hill was looking like, bro, that ball is so far behind me. I don't have a chance to make a play. His arm strength is limited. His mind is his biggest asset. And, we'll just, his mind's his biggest asset. And as long as he can keep that protected and keep that rolling and play on time, he's good. But taking sacks, if it's not there, he's in a mode now where he's not trying to make too many mistakes, because the ones that he's making a mistake on, I truly believe he does not see. I don't think he's trying to force the ball into places. I don't think he is seeing the coverage correctly. And I think that's frustrating him. And that's what it sounds like when he talks, when everything goes on. It's not like, man, I'm out here just gunslinging. I'm trying to fit it into tight spots. I don't see that. I see a guy who's struggling and saying, man, I didn't know. I thought this guy was open. Here we go right here. You're getting a wheel route out the backfield. You got this guy clearing out, right? The touch on the pass, the precision on the pass, that's Tua. Can he land in a spot for this type of play to be normal? I don't know. What team could you see Tua go to and just upgrade the team? Or what team would even need someone who plays the game like Tua? It seems like everyone needs a quarterback until a quarterback is available. Then you start looking around and it's like, I don't know. Dink and dump. Dink and dump. Take a shot down the field on a fade. Dink and dump. Throw a back shoulder. Throw a comeback. Run around, run around, run around. Dump the ball off to the flat. This was a Heisman Trophy winner. This was a college football champion at Alabama. Does Tua strike fear in any defense? What do y'all think? When I watch the games, when I watch him play, I think it takes a lot of design for this guy to have true success. I don't think that it's just someone you go out there who's just lighting the world on fire. But the Dolphins still gave him the bank. They rolled the Brinks truck through. They paid the man a huge salary. These teams are bad at evaluating talent, evaluating the situation. This is a good play right here from Tua. If you allow him to hit guys in these man-to-man looks or these one-on-one looks where there's space to operate, I think he's going to hit these all the time. That's his game. The issue comes when it's time to throw a snot rocket in there. It's tough to get these one-on-one looks all the time. You got to have an offensive mastermind. But they said that Mike McDaniel was an offensive. I don't know what they're telling us, man. I don't know how it goes. I can only tell you what they tell us. And when I watch Tua play like this, it say, yeah, you're hitting it. You're throwing the ball. You're hitting that open guy. You're accurate. But it's just tough for this type of play all the time for success. You're down right here. You're coming back, but it was a big gap in the game. The defense is playing off. They're not really giving you everything. They're trying to get up out of there. They're trying not to sit out there and do too much. Just keeping it simple. Here we go once again. 3-by-1 set on the goal line. 2-point conversion. 3-by-1 nub set. Can he bang this in? If he throws it over here, maybe. But what's he looking at, though? It looks like he's only looking at Waller. I think Tua can manipulate the defense with his eyes, look here, and bang this one in. But we don't really see that from him. We don't see that. It's if the first read's not there, move, throw a little soft floater with touch. 85 drops the ball right here. But I think he has a chance to bang this route in. You just got to move 33. You get him out the way. You throw a missile. Ramsey's the next one on the inside. He's not going to get there. You got space to operate. Those are the plays I think that stand out to Mike McDaniel. But my thing with Mike McDaniel is you watch this guy play. You watch this guy operate, not just this year, not just last year, but for years. And now you're just done with it and feel like you can't win. I think your job is on the line, and now you feel like everything has hit a screeching halt. It's hit a wall. And on top of that, Tua has not been very likable this season. He hasn't been a guy that really brings the best out of a team. He's been talking down on his teammates. He's been throwing guys under the bus in situations where the quarterback should be lifting you up and should be covering you up. It's difficult playing the top spot in this league, but it's a reason why you're making 200 M's. For 200 M's, you got to figure it out. For 200 M's, you got to be the guy that take a team to the promised land. I'm pointing the blame at Mike McDaniel. I'm pointing the blame at Tua. I'm pointing the blame at this Dolphins organization. This is why bad teams are bad. They let too much stuff slide. And when the NFL finally figures out that you don't have to pay these guys, you're not handcuffed to pay these guys to go out there and find a true quarterback who can compete and win you something, you might have success. Y'all handcuffed yourselves. Now y'all trying to wash it away. That's the formula. There's issue, wash it away. Blame the guy. Blame him. Don't blame us. Blame him. I'm saying they're all to blame. This is way bigger than Tua. The Dolphins are a dumpster fire. It's time to restart everywhere. That's all I got for y'all today, man. Hope y'all continue to watch. I appreciate y'all watching. Let's keep going. We got more to talk about, more games to see, more film to break down. Are you with me? All right, then. Let's go.